Hey everyone, my name is Chris Lambert. On this channel, we talk Kanye West, and today we're talking this 24-hour Instagram suspension. So Ye had a number of posts this morning on Instagram, and they got him in trouble, which I can't imagine he's too pleased about. He got kicked off Twitter once, or suspended from Twitter for 24 hours after he leaked the phone number for the editor-in-chief of Forbes, which was pretty wild, and then has been off of Twitter for almost 2 years now because he was saying that they were shadow banning him, like he was losing followers and it seemed suspicious to him, and that's why he made the switch over to Instagram. With them suspending him, I gotta wonder, what's next? Is he gonna go back to Instagram and just treat it like nothing happened? Is he gonna pick up Twitter again? Will he just build his own social media? Which, I mean, maybe you could, but we're going to go over some of the Instagram posts from this morning, the one in particular that got him in trouble, and some of the reactions that people have had, some of his associates, to him getting suspended. So getting into some of the particulars, you can see in this article, Kanye is being put on Instagram timeout after going after Kim, Pete's writing partner, and a racist attack on Trevor Noah. A spokesperson for Meta tells us Kanye's recent post violated Instagram's policies on hate speech, harassment, and bullying. Hate speech, harassment. Oh, okay. They don't use the Oxford comma. The Oxford comma should always be used. That's just how it is. That's how it should be. Oxford comma right there. Because there might be policies on hate speech, harassment, and bullying rather than policies on hate speech, harassment, and bullying. It groups harassment anyway. As a result, we're told his account has been suspended for 24 hours, where he won't be able to post, comment, send DMs, among other things. The spokesperson tells us they'll take additional steps if further violations happen. So this was one of the more dramatic of the posts, where he took this photo of Trevor Noah, posted a screenshot, and in the comments, he said, "All in together now," and started modifying the lyrics to Kumbaya, a very friendly campfire song, but he changed a letter to make it a little more of a verbal attack on Trevor Noah and a chastisement of Trevor Noah as a black man. And so that did not go over well. And if you look on Kanye, which gets into something about how you present an idea, because this is very crass in a way, right? There's humor behind it, but it's using this slur as part of the humor, which kind of takes away the humor, even though Trevor Noah himself in his response said that he had to be honest, it was funny. But you think about the article that Ta-Nehisi Coates wrote back in 2018, where it said, "I'm not black, I'm Kanye." That article, which just to this day blows my mind, that Coates wrote, that the Atlantic published, and that it was heavily, heavily praised because it was such a condescending, terrifying piece to me about Ye having some ideas that didn't quite line up with monolithic thought, right? Which was one of his main issues in 2018, was talking about groupthink, monolithic thought. If you think a little different, you're then suddenly removed from the group that you feel you're a part of. Ta-Nehisi Coates essentially said a similar thing to this, just in the poetic, writerly, not using a slur or crass language, but getting at a similar idea and just dressing it up. And that is praised. But what Ye does gets him suspended. So it's just a lesson in presentation being such a huge part of everything, which is usually where Ye gets in trouble, is that maybe not in this situation, but when he's trying to present an idea or trying to present his side of things, usually the way in which it's presented, maybe that's the all caps, or maybe it's when he's on TMZ and chains a couple thoughts together without being so involved in the particulars of what he's saying. So he's trying to talk about mental enslavement for 400 years and ends up making it sound like he didn't think, or he thought that slavery was a choice, that kind of thing, where that's not the core of what he was saying or trying to say, but that's all people hear. So, and just kind of an interesting aside to me. But if you look on Kanye's page, at least one post has been deleted already. where Yeezy, yeah. Okay, so we have some of the posts in question collected on West Sub Ever. So you can see there's this one about Pete's, where he's just kind of like going after Pete's. Another one that involves Pete and Pete's writing partner, Dave Cyrus. The reason why Cyrus is getting the spotlight from Ye is because he was the one that posted the text message conversations between Pete and Ye on Pete's behalf. So he's kind of, by doing his friend a solid, has the ire of Kanye West upon him. And then there's this one, the Hillary Clinton tattoo that Pete had gotten, which, yeah, okay. It's just like a weird, I mean, people can get tattoos of anything. Like, I have tattoos that people wouldn't particularly think to get and would question, like, why did you get that? So I guess we all kind of have that reaction to someone. It's just one of those tattoos where I'm like, why? And then this one, just bringing up the Easy video, and then shouting out Michael Shea, which Michael Shea, if you don't watch Saturday Night Live, is one of the head writers for SNL, part of the Weekend Update team. This is the second time Ye has shouted out Shea, and Shea has responded humorously because he is a comedian, but also like clearly in team SNL. This isn't something where Michael Shea is kind of like on the fence. Like, I like Ye and I also like Pete in SNL. It's like, no, he's playing it up and being kind of like funny in his responses, but is also clearly team SNL. But Ye kind of shouting out Michael Shea and then going after DL Hughley, who Hughley did an interview where he really went in on Kanye, and Ye heard it and made a post about Hughley. Hughley responded on Twitter, and now Ye's responding again. So he has this one where he's dissing Hughley's outfits and then says, is he influential or under the influence? So it's several posts where he kind of attacked people's like issues with like addictions, right? And then had this other post where he's just like, funny thing is, we'll probably end up being friends. Almost just like, yeah, we're fighting right now, but we'll probably be friends. I used to defend this guy back when he had work. So you have a little bit of a backhanded compliment there, right? Like, I defended him back when he had work because, you know, he's not working anymore. Nobody cares about what he has to say anymore. It's dunking on him a little bit. And then like, nah, he funny. You just got to watch it 1 trillion more times to get it. Which, like, backhanded as well. Like, yeah, he's funny, but, you know, it's just not an obvious funny. You have to kind of think about it. Maybe it's not funny at all, and that kind of thing. So those were the collection of the posts that got him in trouble. There was also, I remember, a much more severe one about Pete and a dark humor joke that Pete had made involving babies. And that is another one that Ye has called out a couple times, and it's just like, yeah, I don't want this guy around my kid. Like, what kind of humor is this? And then Los Angeles Confidential here, the game, just posted free Ye, which is kind of funny. IG funny as hell with what they say violates their policies. It's a whole war going on in Ukraine and hate posts surrounding it that add fuel to the fire. Plus Africans being violated and barred from crossing borders to safety with racist comments, content attached. And y'all zeroed in on Ye's post about the protection of his children, his fatherhood, and him speaking his truth in defense to the stuff displayed by other verified users on this app that further complicate his situation in regards to his family. So like, Game's not just posting like hashtag free Ye, he's going in on it and making like a speech defending Ye. And this is something like Ye the other day called out the fact that none of his celebrity friends were publicly defending him, and then shouted out that Consequence had, right? Consequence took Twitter and made a couple posts like shouting out Ye, standing by Ye. So here the Game is stepping up and doing a similar thing. You have Rolling Loud just saying free Ye's Instagram. So the person running the Rolling Loud Twitter account has been pretty funny. And then French Montana, they suspended my dog Kanye off Instagram. He about to make his own social media platform, which, yeah, I mean, he could, right? And then we got Fivio, Dan, the Illuminati is serious. They took Ye Graham. Shake my head, WTF did gang do? Real answers, though. So yeah, 5Yo just kind of in shock as well. So we'll see what happens when Ye returns. Like, is he going to return with a storm of posts? Is he going to return like going after Instagram, just picking up where he left off? Is it going to go back into art mode? We'll see. But we know like tonight he's just been at a Lakers game. That's kind of been like the thing that he's been doing tonight. So even though you might think like, oh, is Ye mad and like doing things? He's just been at a Celtics Lakers game. He's been at a Celtics Warriors game with Saints. So it's just like him and Saint hanging out with like some players. There's this photo that I just thought was funny because of the person's eye just right there. But, you know, it seems like he's having a good time just going about his day. He's not just like stewing, being like, oh my goodness, like I'm so upset at Instagram, yada, yada, yada. He's getting to hang out with Saints. So I'm sure it's a good night for him, and we'll see what happens tomorrow on the Instagram. So that's it for this video. Until next time, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Cheers.